Yo, what up, bros? Another episode, always bent. Jeff here. You guys like my outfit? I got a robe on. Figured I'd do this intro. The weather's like so crazy right now. Like, look at these clouds, how fast they're moving. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the weather's weird right now. I'm gonna drive down the end of the road and do a little clip. There's my daughter. She's like, what are they? Look at them. I'm gonna drive down the end of the road and film this storm / intro. All right, you know what my pet peeve, one of my pet peeves is? You guys want to know? I'll tell you. Somebody who's like, yeah, man, we're going fishing. Don't be in a hurry. We got all day. You know what I mean? It's no rush. We're fishing. It's like there's only 2 fucking tides a day, man. You know, like, we don't have all the time in the world. The time and the tide don't wait for no one. And if you do know somebody that the time and the tide waits for, tell them to call me, because I have a couple. But first, let's spaz out on intros. Another episode, always bent. This sunset's incredible. I gotta show you guys. Yo, what up? Jeff here, always bent. I can't. Bros, where's the fuck? This week is spring striper trout. Unseen footage from last year. It's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited to show you guys this. I'm also excited to show you guys this sunset. Like, my God. Like, the only problem is the wind. So I'm gonna show you from inside the protection of my vehicle. Look at that. Tell me that ain't beautiful. So this is the walk out to my spot. It's private property, by the way, too. It's you got to get permission from the owner to fish here. But either way, it was a beautiful morning. I can remember light winds out of the northeast. It was warm. Of course, at this time of year, it's not very warm on the water, but I remember it being warm on land that day. So I want to give you guys a little background on this spot. There's an island on the other side, as you can see right there in front of me, right by my knees right now. And there, it's the point that juts out towards that island, and there's a cut that runs through there, and it's a trough. It's pretty deep, with shallow on both sides, and the fish love it there because they get the best of both worlds. Both tides, they can just sit there and stuff comes through from each way. But I just basically cast out to the left of that island, and I start sweeping it around depending on the current to the right or left. And then if I'm not having any luck over there on my left, I cast my right and do the same thing. But 3/8 ounce, same thing when the current's up. When the water's up like this, I use a 3/8 ounce. When it's lower, I'll switch down to like a 1/4 ounce. But 3/8 seems to be the best back here in the back bays. And I really like to give the fish my lure a lot of action back here. I really think it makes them almost instinctively bite. So all of these videos were recorded February 14th to 16th. It was really good last year that time. Nothing this year. You know, the weather's been crappy, so I haven't really tried it too much the last couple of days. But, man, it was on fire. They were stacked up in there. This is just a little montage of some of the fish I caught. What the hell is this? I'm on again, Jimbo. So this was the night of February 16th. It was absolutely insanely good. We were catching them. We were trying all kinds of different lures that we never use. And Jim picked out this big purple thing he had, this subsurface, and they were smoking it that night. He's got himself a dirty bass, don't you? Yep. Christ. It's easy tonight. You wish all the days were like this. God damn. Drag screamer. Look at this thing on me. He's a half a body bass. Half a body bass, boys. Look at that Z-man hanging up his mouth. So I had probably 15 fish last February, over 30 inches. And they were every single one of them that I kept was loaded with eggs. So I know they're back here breeding. It really makes me think that.
Well, I got another big old, not half body, but beautiful. Let's watch her swim. There she goes. Jimbo with another dirty bass on the weedless, first cast. God damn,
My buddy
good.
Jim had caught a keeper that night, and this is actually one
yeah.
of the fish we cut open that had roe in it.
One at the end of the road. Safe release. Wrong way, fella. Wrong way, buddy. Wrong way, buddy.
So this is when the fishing got really good in March.
Wrong way, buddy.
I'm actually going to start to mix in some trout too and show all of March and April here.
A bass a day.
Slow this morning, but
We just saw a big fish bust.
low and slow is the name of the game, guys.
What you using?
4-inch mulligan.
So these next 2 days I'm going to show were absolutely insane. I don't remember the moon phase or anything, but I mean, if you guys get a chance, look up. I'm going to, when I'm done this, March 3rd and 4th last year, like what the moon phase was. If it was like a big tide or something. Either way, March 3rd and 4th last year were awesome. So the following are from the March 3rd and 4th last year.
Wrong way, fella. Phil Jr. got himself another dirty bass.
You got yourself a dirty face too, bro. These next clips are from what I dub Bass-mageddon. It was the most incredible day of fishing, but it was northeast winds 20 to 30. I don't even know why I went. It was that crazy of weather, but I did. I'm glad I did.
You know, I just get sick of feeling the glasses on the side of my head. You know, if you're out like I am, as often as I am, you really start getting sick of feeling your goddamn sunglasses on the side of your head. You know, maybe you guys can help me out with a better sunglass. You know, I had the hooks. I like the hooks. I don't have the hooks anymore. I dropped them at the bottom of Purnell Pond on my canoe, bass fishing. And true story. I actually went to find them and lost my phone. Well, didn't lose it. I just dropped it overboard. And they say these things are waterproof, but they're not. You can't leave them get submerged for too long. Word of the wise.
All right, I'm out here on a solo bass expedition. Just got out here, seeking back. Well, looky here what I found in the storm. Found myself a bass.
This was the first cast as soon as I got there.
This here ain't what you call a clean bass or a dirty bass. But he's a stormy bass, and he's small. I'm gonna try to find myself his bigger cousin, uncle. Jimmy or Bobby, you know, they're all big guys. I don't know what I've done here.
It was no technique involved this day. Throw it out there and start bringing it back to you when you hit it.
He pull and drag. Let me get back to you. He's bass. He's hardy, healthy, dirty with a little bit of grass on him. Cook him up on the grill, he'll be good, but I'm gonna throw him back in the water where he belongs. We cook, make more babies, more bass, dirty, clean, whatever. We'll catch him. We're out here in Bass-mageddon 2024, I think the year is. Look at this horse. Christ, this is almost, ow, he got me in the bush. Half a body bass again. Half a body bass, ladies and gentlemen. He going back.
So I didn't bring my measuring tape, but this was a big fish. I mean, this doesn't really do it justice. I was thinking probably close to 40 inches. Not this one, but the one before.
Another dirty bass on the banks. Send her home.
I mean, it was literally every cast.
Well, all in all, it was a pretty nice day. They say northeast means not every time, but almost
For some reason, was trying to do a New Orleans accent. This was more just to showboat the wind.
You say you can't get them in the couch, but this is living proof.
So if I recall correctly, the rest of March was pretty warm, and I did really well on the bass looking back. And towards the end of March into April, the specks started to show up.
I'm about to take off in 1 second after them. Let's see what they do.
Big ass bass, 225 pound. Damn. Okay, so Junior is back at it. Healthy bass. Gotta get the release on camera. Came out here, it's a beautiful day. And I'm on the bass again. It's not unusual, but I am, just FYI. Safe release. There he goes. Okay, I'm back on the board with a bass, boys. Got one. Okay, that's one.
This video does not do this fish justice. It was a giant for the Chincoteague Bay.
Hold on. He ain't happy. He's muddy now, of course. God damn it. He's big. He's half bass, dude. That's a big bass. Half a body again. God damn. Sweetheart. Shoo. Sure, good one. Very good one. Let me see. This is my boot. Oh, no, that doesn't do you justice, sweetie. Half body bass, boy. You're going out. You're going back, sweetie. I like you too much. All these bass are gonna be dirty or not. I'll tell you what. Low tide. He ate it. Another beautiful bass on the bank. Not quite half body. Good one. Excuse me, sir, but you reeketh of bass. Every cast. Having a blast, man. If you want to go lay by the bay and make things out of clay, I just may. But it's time for bass and chill.
So this next spot I
great
actually
spot
stumbled
on
upon, and
Northwest
this is
Wind
me
when it's
giving a little
super windy.
introduction to it.
It's the only spot really you can fish from land on a really windy day that I know of, and it's hilarious because I was trying so hard all day to catch a fish. My wife and I didn't. It was me going out in the morning. I went out all morning, and protected on Northwest Wind. It's awesome. I never even fished it till this day. I was like, I'm just gonna go down here and try it, man. So I went down here, went down to the end there. My wife and I got out. She came with me this time because it wasn't early in the morning, and I just was like, oh, I'm gonna try it. There's a deep hole here on my Navionics, and I had no expectations, literally zero expectations, and I ended up smoking these fish, and I got a lot of footage of it. So that's what you guys are gonna see for this first part.
I'm not kidding, 20 seconds later. This is the next cast.
Sorry about the audio here. It was just a super windy day, and it was hard to get out. Where I was standing was like the only spot
He's
that's like
nice.
really protected.
Look, he's bigger.
He's a little fella.
He's bigger than that last one you saved.
They must be absolutely stacked.
You know the fishing's good when I was trying to get my wife to catch one here.
Catch one.
You know?
So what I was doing here, I was using the wind to my advantage. It was northwest, it was at my back, so I could get really long casts. I was trying to get out past, there's some submerged structure there, and right on the ledge. It goes from about 4 feet to 7, 8 feet. And the fish were hitting right before the bait was sweeping around to that submerged structure. It was just feeling bottom, throwing out as far as you could.
Say that, didn't you?
I would let it sink for a second and then feel the bottom and then start working it through the water column with the current, kind of just keeping your lure steady and just bouncing it. And they were smacking it, man. It was fun. I was just thinking about, while I was looking at my rod tip, it was one of those days where the current was just perfect. Like, you keep your line taut and tight, but it didn't feel you didn't feel any weight to it, you know what I mean?
How do
It
you
just
know
was
where to
swimming
cast?
perfectly
Oh,
through
there
the
it is.
current with no, extra line out there with wind bow or anything. It's a dream to lure fishermen when you get that feeling in the water with your lure. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but to me, I talk about it with my buddies all the time. It's like, nah, you feel it in your lure? Like, no, it still feels slack. And it's like, I'm feeling it in my lure. It's like, yeah, I'm feeling it in my lure too. Like, and then we get bit. It's crazy, but it's true.
Yeah, yeah. He's lively, huh? He's hungry.
I love a mad, pissed off springtime striper, and you just completely trick him like that. He's like, hey, look at that bunker. I'm like, nope, that's my lure, beach. And I want to make a correction. At that
See him,
point, I
babe. He's
think the
awake.
bass had chewed my purple and black
Dinner? No.
artificial
Dinner?
bait up, and I think I switched to
Look at, he's
a
nice though.
salt and pepper bass assassin, like a
I don't
clear
think I'm very
white,
good at
clearish
dinner.
white with some pepper in it.
Go, son.
As you can see from the date, this is 2 days later. Same tide, 2 hours later. The tide goes back an hour each day. Just keep that in mind. The water was super clear. I remember that. And the conditions were absolutely fabulous. The wind picked up a little bit in the afternoon, but the fish stopped biting before the wind got too bad anyway.
That's a
But me
good
and
fish,
Taylor
dude.
tore them up.
That's a really nice fish. Nice.
I'm so stoked for this year. Taylor's my ride or die, man. He literally never says no to fishing. He's the only person I've ever met to this day who will, besides his kid, he will drop anything besides his kid and go
Nice
fishing.
one.
Literally anything. I just lost another phone right about where we're standing right now.
Oh yeah. Hot hand today.
You can see with the clarity of the water, the structure that these fish sit on, and right above Taylor's head there. And there's a ledge, like I said, the 4 to 7 foot ledge out there at the edge of it, and these fish sit there and hang on those pilings in the water. If you have pilings anywhere submerged or anything structurally submerged in the water that you know about, man, fish love to sit on that stuff. So we started to catch some trout like mid-April, and I wanted to show you guys some footage of that. Taylor caught a striper first cast, and then it was pretty slow. I think we picked off a couple more small stripers, but
Little striper.
I
thought
got
it
a
was
nice trout, and I didn't get a video of it. This is just the pictures I got of it right here. But it was a really nice trout. This next fish was 2 days later, and it was the biggest one of the year off the
Absolute.
bank. My buddy Jim got.
You got your measuring tape?
Yeah.
Yes. Dude, look at the back on that mother.
Gotta get it cleaned up.
You like my lure or what, bitch?
No, you don't.
Dude, that is
Jim wasn't sure if he wanted to keep it or not, but
Where you
I'm
going?
glad we decided to let us swim
absolute
back.
giant. He, oh my god. Look at the back on this. Wow.
Oh, told you I felt a hit over there. Holy shit!
Can we measure that thing?
That's what I'm about to do.
Keep it?
I don't know.
They'll keep coming back. 5-inch trout.
She's got it.
So this was the next day after that trout, and we actually didn't catch any
Tough one today, isn't it?
trout that day, but we had a pretty decent day with stripers.
So, they're cold today. It's raining.
Sorry about the audio. The wind was terrible, but what I was trying to say is the weather up in Baltimore, north of north of the Eastern Shore, was not nice, and it was absolutely gorgeous down here that day. Warm and sunny.
So we're throwing this graphite soft bait, the GI jig head, which has been Rapala on every single species of bass yesterday.
Drifting left to right, correct?
It's still going right to left
Oh, it
a little
is,
bit.
okay. Just the wing on that one.
Yeah.
I really want to emphasize when you guys are trout fishing, if you notice, I really slow my retrieve down.
Maybe good though. Presentation.
Yeah.
Silver, white, anything like that. But this one, I mean, this is the black purple fish one you gave me. I like you said, in the sun, this one looks like grayish silver.
Yeah, I like that. What's that you got on?
That one you have.
Deal?
What is it called?
The deal?
Is it the deal? The ones we had before we went to the store. We already had 'em.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The black, purple,
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah, they do look completely different today.
Yeah,
Crazy.
they do. They look like black and silver pretty much. Black and gray.
It's crazy based on the conditions how lures look different
First
day to
fish
day.
of the day here.
Get in here twice before. Not a total, baby, so it's good.
That's a midi,
Yeah.
middle sized. Nice. At least we're on the board.
I got the GoPro running, so it's all good.
Hey guys, and I think I'm going to end it right here. I could tell by my ridiculous outfit that has changed significantly since the beginning of the video that it's now getting into May, and the striper really turned off. I remember going into May, and we really started to focus on trout. Back here at my point, we were still smoking the stripers all over the bay, but specifically, it seemed like the trout had really moved in back here. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and please like, subscribe, drop a comment, let me know what you thought of the video, if you liked it. And I appreciate all the support thus far. Thanks, guys.